Welcome back to another episode of Any Last Words. I'm your host, Joe, and today we're jumping into some strange things. Stranger Things takes place in Hawkins, Indiana, 1983. A young boy, Will Bayers, goes missing near a top-secret government laboratory in the town. That same night, a strange young girl appears at a diner in the town and loves Eggo waffles. Yeah, who doesn't like an Eggo waffle? She has telekinetic powers and is on the run from the laboratory. The laboratory is researching supernatural phenomenon and might have unwillingly locked a gateway to another dimension filled with evil creatures called Gorgonzolas? No, wait, demigorgons. That's what they're called. Okay. Now, the Montauk Project is a conspiracy theory that alleges there were a series of United States government projects conducted at Camp Hero or Montauk Air Force Station in Montauk, New York, for the purpose of developing psychological warfare techniques and research on time travel. Now, if you're like me and you've ever researched declassified government projects, even though some are heavily redacted, you know that this does not seem too far-fetched. From actual mind control experiments with the use of LSD, sleep deprivation, torture, and electroshock therapy, just to name a few, via the CIA's umbrella project MKUltra that was conducted on the public without their knowledge or consent in the 1950s through 60s. And Stranger Things touches on these events lightly as well. Now, MKUltra is real. You can go back and look it up. Maybe I'll do a video on that too, but that shit is real. Anyway. But today, we're not going to jump into rabbit holes. This episode is about the inspiration for the Netflix series Stranger Things and the Montauk Project. So let's get started, shall we? The Montauk rumors started in 1992, 11 years after the military base at Camp Hero was shut down. The townspeople spoke of sinister Nazi-style experiments that meddled genetically and psychologically with kidnapped local boys. Only a few have come forward with allegations after being under hypnosis have retrieved suppressed memories of the events that took place at the facility. Camp Hero was once home to an army base during World War II and Air Force Station during the Cold War. It later decommissioned in 1981 and is now owned by the state parks. It sits on 755 acres of thick forest and desolate wetlands with a spectacular 365 view of the Atlantic Ocean. Book your travel destinations now, folks, because it sounds fabulous. Dozens of people in the town close to the facility have reported radio frequencies that have caused disturbances during the time that it was open. Now, Joe Lafreno, I'm probably saying that wrong. Joe Lafreno grew up in Montauk and now works as a state park employee at Camp Hero State Park. He believes that he's one of the lost and tortured Montauk boys. Joe states in an article to the New York Post, "I didn't believe it until 2 years ago. I was hypnotized by a certified hypnotist for about 40 minutes, and all these memories flooded back. They did a very bad thing to us. We were just little kids. They had no right to experiment on us. It was very dark, very evil thing." He believes he was abducted and abused during the summer of 1980 and possibly during the summer of 1981, when he was about 12 or 13. He recalled under hypnosis that a local boy whom no one knew very well invited him to bike to the base. The first time, there were two men waiting. Dressed in civilian clothes, they ushered the boys into the sunken house on the base. Later, he said, he and other boys were brought underground through Battery 113, one of the sealed gunneries left from World War II. He remembered lying on a table with wires coming out of him like electrodes. They analyzed this like animals, he said. There were up to other 50 kids there. He believes some of them were later killed. He said that while under hypnosis, he went to the location he remembered with another parks employee, Charlie, who was also interviewed by the Post. There they found remnants of the sunken house from his visions. Yeah, that's crazy. I didn't find a whole lot of other stuff on it, but I did find that the creators of Stranger Things were actually going to call the show Montauk, but for some reason it just kind of didn't work out, and it was going to take place in Montauk, New York. That didn't work out either. Now, I kind of believe this is real. I kind of feel it might be a little far-fetched, but I do believe this is real. Like I stated at the beginning of this show, MK Ultra is legit. It did absolutely 100% experiment on people unknowingly in the public with LSD. There is Project Climax. There was MK Ultra is an umbrella project. Basically, there's a whole bunch of like I said, Project Climax or Midnight Climax. There's like all different kinds of other little experimental projects that were underneath this one umbrella project. So I kind of do believe it, but at the same time, there's not a lot of people coming out about it. So I don't know. You guys let me know what you think. This is some crazy shit. But it was crazy because when I started watching Stranger Things, I did start getting the feels for that. And then as it was going on, then I was like, hold on, I gotta look this up. And then sure as shit, I was right. It was based off of that. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. What do you guys think about the Montauk Project? Do you believe it was real or just some crazy conspiracy theory stories? Put it down in the description below. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button so you never miss another episode of Any Last Words. Until then, I hope you have nightmares about me.